Damn straight. The ever so stylish and very useful roll kills. So here's the story. First you beat them up until they pop their salty tears of denial and then roll into them for swift termination. The thing that does the trick is a single piece of the Armor of Thorns set, also known as Kirk's armor, and I always wear the Gauntlets of Thorns on all my builds. So rolling into an opponent does some damage, minimal but more than enough to seal the deal after the Tears of Denial leave them on empty. Now there are exceptions, namely if they have any passive HP regeneration on them this tactic will not work. But more often than not that's not the case. The big upsides to roll kills are they're fast and you are in invincibility frames during the roll, so you can get away with finishing an opponent even in the middle of chaos, surrounded by their friends still desperately swinging on you, and get away clean. So that's basically the science behind it. It is very useful and it's tons of fun. And just look at this latency lord. With these kinds of time travelers you can never be sure which hit actually did the trick. Was it the roll kill for the win, or maybe a Kleenaxe hit from 5 minutes ago? Which reminds me, all would have been a waste and utterly in vain without some obligatory Kleenaxe reverence. For all your pesky phantoms dissolving needs, Kleenaxe Ultra Strong Technology's got you covered. Delete the opposition in the blink of an eye and leave them wondering what even hit them while they scramble to infinitely respawn without a snowball's chance in hell with Kleenaxe White Yellow Bow, as well as the occasional purple phantom. All will topple over like dominoes while you bounce these revolutionary twin cleavers off their noggins. Only Kleenaxe guarantees 100% success rate with its state-of-the-art Ultra Strong, chopping them into a fine powder technology without a single flaw. All yours now, and become the envy of any co-invader lucky enough to see you bulldoze through countless phantoms without a hitch. Clean up on the ringed city stairway to heaven hardly gets easier than working the right side of your very own Kleenaxe. So here's an ounce of science behind the winged knight twin axes, which nobody calls them anymore since I completely stole this game. It has decent damage and a generous hitbox, but where it's lacking is range and hyper armor. So proper distance management and timing is essential. If indeed you wish to chop away at anything that moves like a boss. But alas, in the land of Lothric there's only one thing more devastating still. None other than the forever smashing and prejudice free when it comes to trashing anyone that dares come near them. Yes, of course, everyone's best friend, the Herald Knight. And speaking of best friends, take a gander at this spamalicious duo. Now I really don't mind their spamming ways so much, I mean what else they gonna do? But what gets me is when they act all proud of it afterwards. And that's the time the good old Gundy rears his tapering face to teach them a thing or two about swift and ruthless vengeance. Thus we full circle back to the precious roll kills, why not? Okay, so a quick recap. First you smash them any which way, then you wipe their tears away and roll on my son.